Are live with Fudd's second AMA with one of our awesome creators. We have Sleeping Collectibles today. Why don't you go ahead and tell everyone a little bit about yourself, if they may be new here?
Did you say there was an awesome creator here somewhere? Did you mean me?
Yeah,
My name's Sleeping
yeah.
Collectibles. I am an action figure and collectibles. I wouldn't call myself an expert, but an enthusiast, if you will. I've been collecting for like 15 years. East Coast guy, mid 30s ish. Like long walks on the beach and white chocolate for those who want to send gifts.
Okay. I hear someone saying we've got echo. Is that echo cleared up? Please let us know. By the way, if you're tuning in on YouTube or on Twitter, you can head over to our Discord. That's joinfud.discord. No, discord.joinfud.com, and you can get in on this AMA, ask questions live, and we're excited to have you in there asking questions. Echo is fine. Okay, great. Sorry,
Perfect.
we had a little bit of technical issues here at the start, but that's good because it gives everyone time to get in here, get your questions ready. We have a very awesome creator with us today with a lot of knowledge and, if I do say so myself, a lot of personality. So we are very lucky today to have him. Let's see here. Kami Cade says, "Hey, Sleeping Collectibles, I can't send a beach. Want some sand?"
Cade, I will take all the sand you got. It is a balmy 11 degrees outside right now. Any kind of sand, as long as it's warm, is accepted.
Let's see. Also tuning in, we have Zach Lesage.
Hello.
Awesome for you to be in here, dude. Super awesome. We're glad you could make it. And we have some viewers popping in very slowly here on YouTube. If you're on Discord, you may not be getting the full presentation. We are, of course, prepared for this situation in very nerdy attire. I'm sitting here in a Hufflepuff sweater, so
He really is. I ran a little late
you
getting back.
almost did it.
There we go. I needed to find the stream so that I could watch myself on YouTube as well.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our sheets pulled up here.
Let's dive in. I'm ready.
There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with a little bit of general knowledge today. How do you typically identify what it is that you're looking to go and buy?
Ooh. Okay, let's take this out on a ground level approach. I try to limit the things that I'm interested in buying because if you just buy everything, you're going to be there forever. There's so many lines, so many waves, so many re-releases, so many reissues, repaints. There's tons and tons out there. So you really have to kind of focus what you're collecting. Otherwise, you will drown so fast. Me myself, I'm a huge wrestling guy, so I collect a lot of wrestling, a lot of Marvel, a little bit of DC, Pokemon. I like new NECA stuff, a lot of the higher end premium format statues, sideshow hot toys, that kind of stuff. But I try to limit it by character and series that I'm interested in because there are a lot of options out there.
And so when you build that collection, like we've discussed this a little bit, you use reselling to basically help fund your collection in a way.
Oh, absolutely. Because you'll learn quite quickly when you're collecting that a lot of the pieces that you've missed have gone up in value astronomically. So it's quite beneficial to have a general knowledge of how you can make a few dollars to fund your collection or even build up your wallet in the meantime. We're very anti-scalper over here on my channel. We don't clear shelves, but we do like to pick and choose some value when we see it to help fund our addiction. Otherwise, I'd be drowning. There's just so many awesome things out there. You gotta pace yourself, you know?
And so when you find these things that you're thinking like maybe I can make a couple bucks on this, how do you do your research there? Like what's your approach to coming up with that idea of like, here's something that I can buy and turn it around, and I can get something I really want for myself at no cost.
Yes. What's great about that is it's like riding a bike. Once you do it for a long enough period of time, you know what to look for. If you're just starting out, conveniently, a lot of these companies make it very, very easy for you. And I actually have some examples here to my side that I've prepared to show a little beforehand. Companies like McFarlane Toys, for example. McFarlane's a well-known toy company. They do a lot of DC, a lot of Batman, a lot of Netflix toys, that kind of stuff. They have special edition toys, and almost all of the toy retailers have special edition toys, whether it be an exclusive that is only to a Target or a Walmart, or a Chase variant, or a Platinum edition, or a collector's edition, and they put a nice, pretty little sticker on the front of it to really catch your eye when you're out shopping. So if you see one of those, you need to pick it up because there's value in that, whether it be for your collection or your wallet. I was actually at Target the other day and just casually walking around the shelves filming content for my YouTube. And I found this Witcher figure right here. I don't know if you guys are familiar with The Witcher. It's a Netflix show. And this is, as you see by that sticker right there, for those YouTube inclined, it is a platinum edition. It's got a different face paint. It's got different armor on the character. The common edition of this figure, it's $22 retail. It resells for $18. So you're losing money when you buy it. This platinum edition retails for $22. Same price. It comes in the same case as the commons. Resells for $71. So there's a $50 profit here just for buying this $20 figure. It's an easy flip. I bought this, and within the same day, before I left the parking lot, I sold this for $68 after seller fees. Done.
Wow.
Done. $40 before I even left the parking lot, which helped me get this figure for free because this was $24, and that $40 I just made got me this one for free plus an extra 20 for my wallet. Done deal.
And so we had this discussion ourselves the other day, but you mentioned you like to sell mostly on Mercari and eBay.
eBay and Mercari are my absolute favorites. They are your living price guide. They are your means to a sale, essentially. I try to avoid Facebook Marketplace, StockX, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of red tape with those programs. StockX is great for what it is. Facebook Marketplace is great for what it is. But eBay and Mercari are very cut and dry. They give you a shipper label. They give you an audience, and it's just done. It's 2 steps and you're done.
And on the subject of reselling in eBay, for those of you that are interested in getting started with eBay, we have a guide up in our Discord. It'll be available first thing after the stream. You just go in, head over to the Collectibles Hustles channel, and there's going to be a small message. You get it to hit that react button there, and we will auto DM you a guide to getting started on eBay, thanks to Sleeping Collectibles. And anything that you go to choose and do in there, as far as like clicking any links, that can directly benefit Sleeping Collectibles, and so I'm sure he will be very appreciative of that, and of course we will too. We're happy to have you guys all in there, and we want to provide you guys as much value as possible. To that note, let's see if we can get some more questions in here.
Give me all the questions.
Okay, I see we're being asked where the YouTube stream is. So if you are in our Discord and you want to see the video portion of this, you can go to youtube.com/joinfud/live, and that'll pop you right into the live chat. You can see everything that's going on in person. Now, if you are on Twitter, same thing, head over that link. Although on Twitter, you have the same video experience, so everything's wonderful. Let's see here. $4 profit is hot. That's enough to buy the Taco Bell monthly pass and a few bucks of Fusion Strike Pokemon cards.
It really is. And if you do that, like it's so easy to find a lot of these stores, and each line has a figure like that. Marvel Legends has a special collector's edition. Some of their deluxe figures when they came out, collectors. DC has their Platinum edition. Funko Pops have their Chase. There's even special edition Fortnite. There's first edition League of Legends figures that sells for a good amount. There's stuff everywhere. You just got to know where to look. WWE has collector's edition figures. That first week that they are out on the shelves, there's a 3 times profit to be made on that figure the first week it's out. If you're one of the lucky people that stumbles on that figure, it's an easy $100 bill. Easy.
And so, do you think there's anything specific in like the toys collectibles industry that people just kind of sleep on? Like it's super rare or profitable, and just no one really knows about it or thinks about it at all?
I genuinely believe the clearance section is very, very slept on. I know that's kind of a generic answer, but a lot of the profit that I turn is on clearance items at Target and Walmart. I'll go and buy figures that people just walk past. They'll be like, oh, I've seen that 100 times. I'm ready for it to be clearanced out. Well, I am also ready for it to be clearanced out because in 2 months, when it's no longer available, it's back to retail online. And here I am with a stack of them for $5 each that now sell for $19 each.
Wow. Like,
Yeah. I think people in
see,
general sleep on toys and collectibles. They think when they hear toys, they think little kids, oh, what's that grown man doing in the toy section? Well, he's getting paid. Like he's picking up the stuff that you don't care about and making hundreds and thousands of dollars sometimes. Just for me, I tend not to go overboard because I don't like the term scalper. There's a lot of people who will go and buy entire shelves worth of toys. They'll fill up carts worth and then fill their online store for high markup, and it's generally a bad look in the community. People will give you dirty looks. They'll call you names. They won't want to associate with you. I don't like that. It takes away toys from collectors who may travel a long distance and they can't find anything, and it damages inventory. It's just not good. But for me, if I can get my toy for free and make it $20, I'm completely satisfied. Like I have maybe 700 figures in this room from this year alone that I maybe have $300 in total of my own money. The rest of it has been paid for by reselling.
wow.
Yeah.
That and the other upside to reselling, we talked about this a little bit. There's a lot of people in this world that like are fueled by nostalgia,
Yep.
and I happen to be one of those people. There's so many things that I wanted as a kid that I just couldn't have, and then
Yep.
I got access to what's called adult money, and I went and I told myself, I'm like, I'm gonna go find all of these things and get them.
That's actually what
The
started this for
resellers
me.
are so smart
They
because like
are.
they go and they preserve these things that are, sometimes 7, 8 years old.
Hmm.
So then
And
guys like me can go and find them and pay a premium.
that's kind of what I feel like I'm doing here. I love my collection and I love toys and I love all of this stuff, or I wouldn't have it. But I'm not one of those guys that feels emotional attachment to stuff. If I wanted to sell this collection tomorrow, I would be completely content to do so and start over with a new collection of toys. And I think I'm one of those guys. In 10 years, I'm going to go, there's going to be a big market for Fortnite toys because kids now playing Fortnite, when they grow up, they're going to go, oh, I love that game. I want to get those figures that were out. And lucky for them, I have them here, and it turns out the going rate for those figures is now $60 a piece. Like I happen to have them if
Wow.
you want them, so I bought them for $11 each. If you want them, it's a $50 premium per figure for me. So resellers play a very key role in filling your childhood needs. They actually helped me get started with my collection because it actually started for me with these. When I was a kid, I loved the 1994 Toy Biz Spider-Man line. It's my favorite toy line when I was a kid, and I always wanted these. And now that I'm an adult, I can collect all of these. And I don't know if you can see on that sticker right there, that is an original KB toy sticker. These figures were clearanced out. They were 3 for $10 at the time. These figures now are $39 each online in package. So if you bought 3 of them for $10, you're now making 129 for that same $10 20 years later. So if you cleaned out their bin and got a bunch of clearance figures, you're sitting on thousands of dollars that people like me are gonna want to give you for these products.
Have you ever had like a big loss? Like how do you avoid trying to like 'cause everyone wants to try something they believe is going to make money, but we never
Yeah.
really know. So like what's your strategy in that case to avoid loss?
I've never had a big loss. There have been moments where I've taken retail or like plus minus $5 on a figure. I've taken a little bit of an L, but there's never been a massive loss for me. The biggest strategy is that I'm very selective with what I buy. I kind of keep tabs with the market. I like to see where the market's going, where it's trending towards. Like Star Wars figures, super hot for the longest time. The market's cooling off on Star Wars really hard right now. So I try not to buy any Star Wars right now unless it's for my own personal collection. So you just kind of watch and see what's going on. And then if you do like something, like I love Star Wars. So I buy all the Star Wars things anyway, but they're mostly for me. And then in 10 years, like a cycle, when Star Wars gets hot again, conveniently my collection is full of hot Star Wars figures that were for me. I was very picky and selective, and I picked things that I liked that I knew would have an upswing eventually.
It's definitely a good thing to do. I try to do the same thing myself. Like just over there, I've got my lightsaber that
Oh,
is now basically limited edition. They don't make it anymore. They
yep.
probably are never going to make it anymore, and so it's pretty awesome to know that I have that and to know that someday it's going to be worth a lot more than I paid for it. Because
Yes.
then I can go and flip it and get three more lightsabers.
And who knows? They might be amazing lightsabers in the future. I've seen what's coming down the pipeline, and there's some magic. They don't call it Disney
Oh
magic
yeah.
for nothing. Some fun stuff there.
And speaking of magic, if you want to, throw a little bit of kindness and magic, Sleeping Collectibles' way, we have a Buy Me a Coffee page. You can go to our on there is FUD Club. So I know everything we kind of have is kind of join FUD. That's unfortunately the only one that's a little bit different. So buymeacoffee.com/FUD Club. And
Is
you can
there
go there. Anything you donate will go straight to Sleeping Collectibles for
is,
coming and dropping some awesome knowledge.
is there a membership card for this club? I kind of want one, like a little badge I can wear with my name on it.
You know, there is, and
That,
we're
that's
kind of
gonna
working on that.
that's gonna go on my rider for next time. I want a little badge and a bowl of green M&Ms.
I think we can make that happen.
All right. I'm pretty easy to please.
Let's see here. So we have a whole bunch of awesome people coming in and chatting with us.
Perfect.
Awesome question from Lima. Have you ever thought about opening up your own toy store?
That is actually the end game. Whenever I started doing this, in my very first YouTube video, actually, the plan was for me and my fiance to open our own toy store in North or South Carolina. We want to go south, somewhere up in like a metropolis area, Charleston. Not too big, not too crazy, but we want to open a donut toy store, and I'm very excited about it. I love donuts. I love coffee. I love toys. How cool would it be to go to your drive-through in the morning, get your iced French vanilla coffee, handmade by me, get the latest comic books, get the new Spider-Man figure, and maybe a pack of Pokemon cards to go before work. You put your order into the drive-through, I hit you with a pack of Fusion Strike at the window, you're out on your way.
That sounds like heaven.
I know, right?
Literal heaven.
We're,
Why
we're gonna
has
have
no one done this?
we're gonna have themed donuts. Like whenever there's a new release movie, obviously we can't call them Captain America donuts, but I can have the patriotic soldier donut coming your way, looking like a shield, just for you. Get some coffee and have it villain themed. Like we can have our Colombian dark roast, which is Scar themed from The Lion King. Like we got some plans in the works. I have some ideas, and this was kind of the beginning of it. I was going to build inventory, kind of learn about toys, and see where I could go. And now I'm sitting on like $10,000 worth of merchandise in my basement. So step one.
I mean, there's no such thing as too much, right?
Mm. Never, never. It originally started with me having it upstairs in our living room, and then I got kicked out of the living room, and I was told to go do something with all your stuff. So I built a YouTube studio, and it's starting to get full of stuff. So we might make a bigger studio soon.
So, an interesting question here. What do you do if there's something you come across you really like it? Like this is something you want for your collection. There's only one of them, but it would be great for reselling.
I do this all the time. Lucky for me, like I said earlier, I'm a bit of a sociopath. I don't really have attachment to things. There's very few things that I absolutely want, and I can kind of come to terms with like I don't really need it. I want it. So, like a prime example is that clearance TV that I was talking to you about. That 65-inch TV that I got. It was on clearance. I saw it for the $200 price point, and I was like, that is such a good deal. I need it, but I don't want to pay for that TV. Well, conveniently, the day before, I had bought NECA Ninja Turtles, the $60 sets. And I thought to myself, I paid $60 for these. I could easily sell these for $95 each. I'm going to go ahead and list them online, use that money to buy the TV. I ended up trading the Turtles for the TV and an extra $30 in my pocket. I paid $120 for the Turtles, and I ended up getting a TV and more money. So fair trade for me. I'll find the Turtles again later. I'm not pressed. It'll be okay.
It's just magical to my mind that you came out of that on top.
On top. Yep.
Like
For two $60 sets of turtles and a $30 set of turtles, I made $280.
that's just wild.
Yeah. Once you know, it's like riding a bike. You just learn, and I try not to abuse it. Of course, I just use it to get what I want and take care of myself. But I've gotten really good at taking care of myself with it.
So, idea I want to run by you. So we have a lot of people that are very interested in collectible reselling. How much of a business do you think there is in collectible sourcing? So like the actual idea of being able to source a very specific type of item for people.
I think I was talking to a good friend of mine about this yesterday. We were kind of brainstorming like a DoorDash for collectibles that we were talking about because I travel all over the East Coast, and I have a few folks on YouTube that can't find things, and I oftentimes will go get them and send them to them for free. Be like, hey, retail, go ahead and give me this. But I've had a few folks go, hey, I will pay you $20 if you can find me that figure. Like I can't find it anywhere, and I've taken them up on that. I think there's not a huge market for it yet, but I think in the last 3 years with the pandemic, we've really seen a resurgence of collectibles, and I don't see it falling apart anytime soon. I think as we start getting more and more premium figures, I think there could be a market for that kind of thing. There's definitely options for that somewhere.
And so we have had a few people ask, do you think that you can turn reselling and collecting into a full-time job? Now I know
Absolutely,
your view on this is yes, because like
absolutely,
you're
yes,
gunning it.
yeah. To can can I give you a little? Can I give you a little story time?
Yes, hit us.
Little story time. So I absolutely think that I can turn this into a full-time job just myself this year. And this is my first year actively reselling. I had gotten out of toys for a while and I still collected bits and pieces for my own collection. But this year, with the help of YouTube and TikTok, I've really gone gung ho and been serious about it. I cleared $24,000 in just resell and then another $20,000 in filming me buy the products. So there's $40,000 right there in just me going to Target, buying toys, and selling the toys on eBay and Mercari. I genuinely, and that's first year. That's me starting with 0 subs on YouTube, starting with 0 followers on TikTok, and kind of building my way up on buying, selling, and then filming myself doing so. The whole journey is documented online, and people pay to watch it.
And speaking of pay to watch it, people can give you a tip for all of this awesome advice you are giving us here today
Wow.
over at buymeacoffee.com slash
What
fud club.
what are you standing on right now? That kind of looks like a segue.
It
That,
kind of is.
that was a joke. That was a good one. I'm gonna write that down.
You know, I don't know why. Every single time I hear the word Segway, I think back to Happy Wheels. I don't know if you're familiar with that game.
The game?
Yeah.
Oh my god! You go up the ramp and you're just like trying not to. Ugh, that game's ridiculous. You're one of 7 people in the world who know about Happy Wheels. I'm one of the others.
Oh my gosh. The nostalgia every single time I think of that game. Now, see, if there's collectibles regarding that, mark my words, guys, someday it's going to be worth something.
I guarantee there are gonna be kids that are gonna be thinking about those.
And just a reminder to everyone who may be just now joining or just now finding out about the event that's going on. If you're in our Discord or in our YouTube chat, you're welcome to drop any of your questions in the chat. We're here live answering anything you want to know about the collectibles industry and reselling. So, someone wants to know, do we have a massive community in the Hot Wheels space?
Very big. I dabble in the Hot Wheels space. I sprinkle a little personality in there occasionally. There's a lot of diehard collectors. As with all lines, there are very valuable Hot Wheels. They're called treasure hunts, and they also have super treasure hunts. And the value can be 15 times Hot Wheel price. You get a 99-cent Hot Wheel, $20 car value sometimes. So there's people that are very dedicated and they're very committed to them. They're called bin diggers where I live. They just huddle around the bins of Hot Wheels cars and just dig in looking for those special variants. And there's a massive online presence for those. Massive. Maybe even larger than collectibles and action figures.
Now, see, I always like to say there's an opportunity in everything, and we had a slight chat about this yesterday. How I have a bit of a flight sim addiction.
Yes.
I actually went and picked up a product launch yesterday for something new in the controls industry, and there was a glitch in the website, and I got 2 orders. So,
Wow. How does that happen?
yeah, no, apparently if you bombard a website hard enough, and they're not prepared for it, things happen. And so,
Hashtag magic.
yeah, it put me down for 2 orders, and I was actually able to resell the second order,
That's
and
awesome.
I paid for my HOTAS
That's
completely
amazing.
with the second order.
Well done. Very, very well done.
So I'm very proud of myself in that aspect. I have been learning from all the awesome people like you that are up and FUD and giving us, all the know-how of how to make money. It's great.
I like it.
Hustle pack by me. No, we don't want to hustle pack by me. I'm still learning.
I think we do. I think he's going to teach me a few things right now.
I can only hope. But on that note, if people want to learn more about reselling, especially reselling on eBay, head over to our Discord and
Definitely.
head into the Collectibles Hustles chat. There's going to be a message right after this live stream. You hit the react button. We're going to DM you a link to our guide on getting started in eBay. That's sponsored by Sleeping Collectibles, and any links you click in there will directly benefit him. So I'm sure he's very appreciative of that, and so are we.
He is. He's very appreciative. I heard he told me.
And so we are coming slightly close to our time. We're going to go a little bit over because we were just a little bit late starting. Give people just a little bit time to get their last questions in. Um, Arthur being the best assistant ever right now in the chat, dropping our link to buy me a coffee for you.
Oh, thank you so much, Arthur. Thank you. Can I drop a little bit of knowledge while we wait for the last question?
Sure, absolutely. That's our goal here to drop knowledge, man.
Well, conveniently, I'm good at that. I want to give everybody who's in the chat, people who might be interested in learning this kind of stuff, there are a lot of great resources online to kind of find your feet when it comes to this. And 95% of it is community. Start following toy collectors on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. See what other people are collecting and then do your own research about it. Like right now, if you go on Instagram or Twitter and you look at toy collecting, you're going to see a lot of people looking for these Spider-Man figures. These are brand new. These are the hottest toy out right now. And people are looking for these. And all you have to do is run these on eBay, like search Marvel Shocker, Retro Spider-Man. And you'll see these figures are reselling for $70 a piece right now. You pick them up for 20, you sell them for 70, Target exclusives. There's also accounts such as Yak Face, who gives amazing Star Wars information, lets you know when figures are dropping, whether they're going to Walmart or Target, what's going to be rarer to find and harder to look for. He's phenomenal. There's wrestling people such as Kyle Patterson, and there's a lot of great YouTubers. What's Poppin', myself. I can drop links all day for different people who are constantly sharing knowledge and letting people know, like, hey, this new Star Wars figure's coming. It's going to be great. These Marvel Legends waves dropping in California this week. If you're looking for something in particular, now's the week to go. Pokemon toys are dropping, and there's a huge market for Pokemon toys right now. There's a lot of the battle packs that are $7.99 are reselling for $20 a piece. So you kind of just learn different accounts to follow because toys drop in waves. They typically tend to start on the West Coast and work their way east, except for some of the niche toys like NECA and sometimes WWE. They'll drop toys on the East Coast first because they come from New York. It's a little easier for them. And you kind of just learn the pathway to go. You learn a lot from people online.
And so Cade jumping in with an awesome, wholesome comment here. I felt kind of out of place till I found the toy collectors community with Sleeping Collectibles. Now,
Ooh,
see, that's the magic right now because, like, I can't tell you how many people I see in your community that they, everyone's just so happy, they're so friendly,
they
and
are.
they're all there to just help each other. Like,
Yeah,
everyone wants to win in life.
we have a really great community over on my channel. We're just about to hit our 4,000 subscriber milestone. I do weekly live streams. And I get about 50 to 100 people per week that drop in and hang out with us. Sometimes more if I give stuff away. I give a lot of my toys away. I like to support my community because they take such good care of me. They're always sending me super chats and toys in the mail. So I like to reward and give back a lot of what I buy. And they're so knowledgeable and so helpful, and they'll help you find anything. They are an amazing resource.
And so a question just came in from Zach Lesage. What would you say is your biggest struggle when it's come to collecting and reselling?
Distribution, supply chain has been a big issue this year. A lot of plastic goods have been stuck in bays and stuck in marinas and slow rolling out across the country. A lot of the figures that we're getting in stores now were originally scheduled to hit in December. So we're running about a month and a half behind of announcements now. Like the new Doctor Strange figure wave from Marvel Legends still hasn't hit the East Coast. It was announced 2 months ago. We still haven't seen it. AEW Unmatched Wave 2 announced 2 months ago. Still haven't seen it. Waiting for it to drop. We're seeing sprinkles of toys show up in California near the marinas and the ports. And once they get on trucks and move east and move around the country, we'll start seeing them. But finding the toys to resell has been the hardest part. Myself as a toy hunter, I'm a traveling toy hunter. I don't just hunt my targets. I travel up and down the East Coast. I actually have 2 videos on my YouTube where I started where I live in Maryland and drove to Florida. And I stopped at every target from Maryland to Florida. I hit 62 targets that I found in one road trip. And just finding where the product is, because the Florida region's different than the Pennsylvania region. Chicago's way different than Texas. Different areas get different toys at different times, and finding that right moment to find it. Because if you find the toy now, who's to say tomorrow it's not worth $10 more? It's just a lot of it's luck. 80% of it's just lucking into the situation.
And I think that is a wonderful note to end it on. You never know what your next win is going to be
That's
until
it.
you win.
You got it. You know how it is. But when you win, oh, that feeling is so nice. Can I show you a win? Can I show the chat one win today?
Yes, show
One
us the
win.
win. Show us the win.
This is my local win. I woke up at 8 a.m. this morning. I drove to my local Walmart and I found a win. I actually got a bigger win that I'm not going to show anybody. I'm going to keep it a secret for my YouTube channel. But this morning when I woke up, my local Walmart had something in that I've been waiting for months, and I could resell it for $80, but I'm not going to because it's a personal piece for my collection. I am a huge Swamp Thing fan. It's one of my favorite characters in comic books. I love Swamp Thing. And McFarlane Toys actually released a massive full-scale DC Multiverse Swamp Thing figure. It's incredible. It weighs like 5 pounds. It's premium. It's got great detail. It's $39 right now, but it's an easy flip for 82. If you guys find it, there's $40 to be made in this figure. But this is going on my shelf because look how cool he is. Love that look. Just awesome.
That
Easy
is
win all day.
definitely a piece to be proud of.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. And then I drove downstate and I got an even bigger win. But like I said, YouTube video this weekend. We'll talk about that.
Well, on that note, for those that want to hear about that other win, check out Sleeping Collectibles video later this week. Well, weekend coming up now.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, if you've enjoyed the stream and you've learned anything from Sleeping Collectibles, and I know you have, head over to Buy Me a Coffee, send some money his way. He's going to have an awesome day because of it. And if you want to get started reselling, head over to our Discord,
Definitely.
Collectibles Hustles, react to the message, and we're going to give you an awesome guide on getting started on eBay. And of
Yep.
course, anything you click will benefit Sleeping Collectibles. And so we all appreciate that.
And I'm in the Discord server. Any questions you have, just leave them in that chat board. I'll be there. I'll be in the Discord watching.
Couldn't make the AMA? Drop your questions in Discord,
Definitely.
and they'll be gotten to. Just a quick note, we do want to shout out real quick that we do have more AMAs scheduled. We're going to have an AMA Thursday next week and Friday next week. We will be dropping formal announcements containing those times and the speakers later next week. But I just wanted to give a little hint out there so people can kind of, clear their schedules a little bit and get prepared for an awesome time. On that note, thank you guys for being here. Thank you to FUD for allowing this to happen and allowing us to drop some awesome knowledge to everyone. And we'll see you next time.
Later days.